try to play well, but no promises. And we are losing. But we get to split, activate those 3 checkers in the backfield, and he should be making the 18 points. Let's just say hi to my opponent, good match to my opponent. So make the 5 or hit on the 14. Hitting seems to do more to me. It's not always a hit, but it keeps it from doing a lot of good stuff. No, 5 points the 5 point, they say, so I don't know. Okay, he gets to make it 7 if he likes, and he should. And then I get to do this. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look at the computer analysis after. So I'm a little curious about that 3-1. Geez, there's no checkers back there, so like why not? Like it doesn't seem to do that much to make the 5. Can't make any progress. So it's probably 8-2. Okay, if I was duping 4s, I could play 11-5. But it's 3s and 4s. So let's try this. Could still be right. 11-5 still could be right. I don't fear the 1s that much. Okay. If I get hit, I can maybe play from some sort of backgammon formation. Not that I'm trying to play a backgammon or anything. It's just like in case. It's just sort of the usual thing with a backgammon. Like you should exhaust your forward going chances and then play a backgammon as a last resort, because they tend not to be very good games, especially against decent players. Like I'd be happy to hit with a 5 here, for instance. What's he gonna do? Just 10-1? Okay, so the 6 either comes off the anchor or I play 13-5. Kinda don't. Well, I don't know. It's not like he has an easy time attacking me, you know? He keeps the board in decent shape. Let's look at the other one. What do I do next turn, you know? All right, let's get a little fancy here and do this and this. He does not cube. Probably a good sign. Do not dance. Good. Now again, I'm wondering a little bit about this. Gives some extra attack stuff, though. Not a lot of attack stuff. Versus this. Can play for maybe a turn, and then I gotta leave the front anchor again. All right, let's try to think to the future and try this. This one I'm less sure about. It wouldn't be crazy for him to cube this. I am taking, though. It still seems like a very easy take to me. Maybe it's okay at this score, but I probably would not have doubled. Ace. Six. Looks safest. Okay, guess I'm running here, splitting here. I don't know. Gains on maybe a little bit on 5161. Of course, I lose out on like a bunch of numbers like doubles and 6-4, 5-4. Let's maybe keep the anchor another turn. I'm not sure, but I probably get maybe I get gammon a little more this way. Okay, now I got to run for the Backgammon, and I'm not hitting him very much anymore. Ooh, shot. Deuce. A winning deuce. Yeah, I would hit here. Just if I could get out of his here with 4, 5, 6, you know. Well, got my money's worth out of that take, that's for sure. Okie dokie, so it's 2 zip. So gammon's, winning a gammon does not really help me at the score. Point on them, good. Assume that's better than making the 7 and the 11. Oh, fancy. A little fancy. He's got to give up his anchor to hit me. I don't know. Nothing wrong with doing like a regular thing also. Or maybe even 24 to 18, 6 to 4. That's a little hard to cover. Well, let's just play normal. Maybe different if it was anchored on the 4 point as opposed to the 3 point. So if you play 13 to 7, he has to give up the better anchor to hit you. And there's like more duplication because threes would be the hit number, and threes make the 5 point on the other side of the board, and they attack on the other side of the board. So probably that would swing the play. I mean, it might be right anyways to get a little fancy there. But it looks like clearer if he's anchored on the 4 point and not the 3 point. To play like 13 to 7, 24 to 22. It's a good play to watch out for. It does come up. Because you don't think of it much because you're never really doing it like on the opening roll, for instance. We like slot your 7 and split. Should get the Backgammon going in some fashion, right? Maybe all the way because the other play doesn't look that good either. Or maybe I want to get connected with the back checker. He looks pretty diverse here though. So I gotta stay back a bit. Yeah. Doesn't seem like there's anything else there. This is probably anchoring with the 1, hitting with the 4. Not really seeing another good plan. Good. Still up in the race. Kind of want to get the Backgammon a little fluid. I don't know what I would do as him here. This doesn't look like an easy play. You make the 7, make the 4, do some hit thing. I don't really like that hit. I don't like going to the ace. It's a lot of shots anyways. I probably would have ended up making a point there. Maybe a 7 point. But that does sort of strand the back checkers. Okay, this does hit if I want, which I think I do. Okay, sort of got away with it. Yeah, maybe we should make the 5 hit loose on the 3. It's certainly better than this. That's a good play. Could have been worse, I guess. We can make a 5 prime here if he wants. 10 to 4 squared. Leaves the backman a little stuck. Let's see what he does. That looks odd. I can make the 5 prime. Good. There's no hit here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, duplicates 3s and minimizes shots. Oh, this is a whooping. I think I played it okay though. I don't really regret any play I made. For what it's worth. Oh, he can hit here. Why isn't he hitting here? Here he goes. I'm wondering about this because the 8 point is stripped. So if he attacks from the 8 point with a 5-3, this checker's in a better spot. Probably he's not really supposed to. He's probably supposed to make the 6 prime a lot though. Like instead of hitting here, you just make the 6 prime. So I don't know. What do I got, like 15+% here? Let's kill our 6s. Kill our 5s. Kill our 4s, I think so. Should be able to maintain a 4-point board here. All right, not super unhappy about that 6-4, especially after his 6-4. 3. It does look like the play. And I'm up 12 in the race with the weak board. So yeah, you should definitely go after me here. Definitely more of a. I mean, he might not even be a favorite the other way. He's definitely a pretty big favorite here. Because I don't always win when I hit him, and I dance. I almost always lose. You know. That was a good play. Beginners often have trouble with that play, like those last ditch. You know, I'm like threatening to escape the last checker while I'm up in the race. It's very often right to like hit loose and like put the game on the line there. For the reasons I said, you know, you're just more of a favorite if you hit. You can actually go through the numbers, right? Count the shots, count the dances, count the other numbers. Try to estimate your wins. Try to estimate like how big a favorite you are after each play. That's usually what I do. I usually look at the safe play, try to get some feel for how much of a favorite I am, if at all, and then look at the hit and try to do the same thing. All right, looks like a good played match. Well played match. Let's take a quick look. And then we'll go to XG mode over here. And then maybe I will play one. That was a quickie. We'll play one more. Probably not going to be too much to look at here. Yeah, I just made a couple checker play errors. Good. Okay, yeah, making the 5 isn't crazy, but yeah, it does more to hit. Like what I was thinking was, okay, if he's anchored on the 24 here instead of the 18, then the 5 has a lot more value. So it is worth It is worth hitting in that case, even though I'm letting him attack me, I think. I mean, we can take a look at it. So let me just save this match. Like this is a contrived position, but say you have this position. Like I'm being inclined to make the 5 here. I'd be inclined to forego hitting and make the 5 here. Because the 5 point has like a ton of value. Hitting does a lot of good stuff too, though. So I'm not totally sure, but okay, yeah, it is quite right to make the 5. See the difference? And probably there might be like a break-even point or something. Like if it's here, 5 point has like a little less value because it's like a little less of an effective block. I still make the 5 here, though. And now it's like right on the border. So I guess it's right to hit here probably. Yeah, it's sort of a cute little illustration of this concept. You know, you want to think about how like valuable the point is. You don't just want to hit blithely or make the 5 point blithely, right? You want to like you got to think. You got to think. Okay, how valuable is the 5 point? Is it worth foregoing hitting to do it? Eight two six one. I think I actually did think about 8 to 2 6 to 1. Just 'cause I didn't want to strip my midpoint. You know, it's very close. 13 to 2 versus 8 to 2 6 to 1, leaving a double shot. And I mean, guess hitting is worth something too. You know, good dance. 3%. I think Marty Storer would call that the boxcar bonus. 8 to 2. What about 11 to 5 here? 11 to 5 is wrong. Yeah, what I was thinking was if the white checker on the 23 was on the 24, I might have gone the other way. Right? See the difference? If you play 11 to 5 here, you're sort of duplicating 4s. 4s to hit here, 4s to hit in the outfield. I actually would have done that. I mean, I'm not sure it's right because the plays were quite different. Like the equity of the plays in the match position was like 0.07 different. So maybe it's still wrong. No, here the duplication of 4s wins out. This versus this. Yeah, you're giving up. I'm sort of giving up the more valuable point to do this, you know. Oh, and I guess hitting. Now, I guess part of what's going on is the hit is worth something, right? So if he's back on the 24, you aren't hitting him. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, make the second anchor. If I get hit, maybe I play some backgammon. Good. He made a nice play here, not hitting. 11, 5, 6, 2. Okay, 13 to 5 here is fine. I think it's going to like my play where I give up the anchor. Because it's almost right to give up the anchor here. Just to avoid playing 13 to 5. Yeah, here you kind of have to do it. Yeah, if you're just playing by rote, you just play like 13 to 5, right? But it's just not a good game plan. If you're not thinking, you just do this, and then you don't have much pressure on White's position immediately, and you're just going to have to make some big concession next roll, anyways. So now is the time to do this before White has like a decent front position. And you get to put immediate pressure on White. Yeah, White is still. I mean, this is a pretty good roll, but if he didn't roll some hidden cover number, he might have a little trouble playing. Yeah, similar stuff here. Although here 14 to 8 isn't as bad as 13 to 5 was before, because you still have a little bit of timing in the outfield. But I'm more thinking towards the future here. And White's board is a little together now. So this is a little scarier. And then, okay, the double is close, fine. Yeah, I just figured there's plenty of contact here. Even after White clears his 12 points, I still have like this well-timed deuce point game with these two open points. Like he rolls a pretty decent number and I miss. And then, yeah, apparently it's still a take based on these equities. Almost to favorites. I get a few shots and then this was a choice. I think there were times in my life when I would split here, which apparently is 0.05 wrong to do this. Like before, what I was thinking, like when I did this, I was thinking, okay, like I want to start getting the backmen going to save the gammon. I knew I lose out on some numbers like 442211 and stuff like 5464 play better for him when I split. Might be a good visualization test if that's not obvious to you. And actually, it does gain, I think, a little bit on 6151. I mean, you're getting hit there, but you get a few extra shots. So probably if you know he's rolling 6-1, you probably do want to do this. But the downside is, this is just this. I never get hit here. It's I get to keep that anchor sometimes, and I always get to keep a guy back there. So if he rolls like 6-4, so that's definitely worth something. So I wonder which play gets gammon more, actually. My play gets gammon 9.8, it says. Splitting gets gammon 8.5. Yeah, I guess it is a little better to save the gammon to get the backmen going, because I guess I could get stuck after my play. I get one more shot, but I miss it. It's fine. Could probably split here at the score. Good. 24. I did the normal thing. You can play 24 to 18, 6-4, duplicating ones, which I did see. What about 24 to 22, 13 to 7? Is that just wrong? This guy just doesn't like it. I didn't like the fact that it was like 4s hit here and 3s and 5s hit over here. And he's sort of keen. He's kind of a bad anchor, so he doesn't mind giving it up to hits. The variant I was thinking about was this, where there's more duplication if you slot, and he's less happy to give up the anchor to hit because it's a better anchor. So here I probably would have played 24 to 22, 13 to 7, which is correct or close. And it still doesn't like it. It doesn't like it by 0.03. A little too fancy. Still does the normal thing. Okay, get out of there with the 5-3, which the computer likes. Up in the race, he's up on the bar. Maybe an okay time to get going. I didn't like the fact that 6s, 4s, and 1s hit in some fashion, though. Bar 24, 6-4. I'm not sure I thought about that. It's a good one duplication, right? If you enter with the 1 and slot with the 2, slot the 4 point with the 2. Like, okay, like he rolls a 3-1, and I guess he's hitting, but he has to forgo making like his awesome 5 point to do it. Okay, 16 to 9. I did think about making the 11. It's not quite right. If gammon's counted for me, I would definitely want to hit here. Because they don't count, really. They're not worth very much at this score on double gammons. Ugh. Oh, this is wrong. Wait, what? What's my 8 to 2 here? I didn't really consider that. I was just like, oh, I'm behind a 5 prime. I should get a guy out of there. It's just not a win. I guess it's just not a winning game plan, though, to jump out here. Because I'm getting hit in the outfield, and even when I don't, I'm still horribly primed. And when he hits me, he leaves the blot there. Like he hits with a 3-1, say. He leaves the blot there, and then he makes a 6 prime next turn. This isn't a great game plan either, but at least I have some anchor, some numbers at anchor on the 22 next turn. Yeah, this is not a hard play if you see both plays, which I did not. I do eventually get to anchor there, and then I actually it says I'm 19% to win this. I thought it was probably a little less than that. Yeah, you definitely have to hit here. Be so happy if I was playing live and my opponent did this, give me a chance to escape and get into a close race. Yeah, he's definitely a big favorite here. And then he wins. All right, let's see if we can play one more. Maybe 3 or 5. Juan Carlos, not available. David Sharp, the name sounds familiar. That name always sounds familiar to me. Good, 5-point match. His username is Peppermint. It's cute. This is the book play. I don't know what the book play is here. I don't think I hit. I think I want to make like maybe 2 good points. Could also just make the 20, but I kind of like having the pressure on this guy, you know? He doesn't anchor and I get to go after him. Hitting is sort of thematic in the sense that I have the stronger board. Okay, so I got a pretty solid edge. Some decent threats. It's fairly gammonish. Maybe this is just enough to cube. It's a little bit. It's pretty easy take though. I think with only a 2-point board. Like I wouldn't even double it if I had the 24-point anchor. All right, got to justify my cube. No justification. I kind of want to hit him again. Oh God, at least I can't make the 5. I was playing someone live once, and this type of position came up, and she made the 5-point. You know, she played she played her 10-point and then played 2 more, and it took like 3 checkers to it took three 5s to make the 10-point, and like I told her, she didn't believe me. Like it just felt so natural to her. Because like when she moved the last 2 after making the 10, it just felt like 1. It felt like 1. She was playing just 1 more or something. Like 3 to the 10, and then 1 more to make the 5-point. Okay, this is a pretty decent number, I would say. Not that I necessarily know how to play it. So I guess it's 9 squared or 14 squared. Somehow I want to play 14 squared, but it looks a little, the Backgammon's a little stranded. Forces are a little separated here, but not too bad. I don't know. I'm going to go with my gut. It's like my gut went one way and my head went the other. My brain went the other. Guess this is working out. Oh, aces are duplicated. That's nice. Oh, this is sweet. That's a little suspicious. He could roll a 1 now and have to screw up his position. All right, so I'm not sure offhand. I mean, I don't have to hit him. I can just sort of spread the builders out. It's not completely trivial to bring this home, though, you know? And I certainly win more gammons by hitting. So I am going to go after him. His board is in better shape. You know, I wouldn't do this. Oh, a little bit about hitting him there, making the 1 for the gammon. Maybe I shoulda. Maybe I shoulda. As I got my gammon chances are pretty good just playing normally, making the 6 prime, but didn't work out. Huh. Yeah, that might have been an error. It's 2 blotters, but I don't know. Loses slightly fewer races and wins slightly more gammons than a safe play. All right, now I think taking a checker off is too risky. Still 2 blotters, I think, but there's sort of more risk down the line. Ah, yeah, I might have gave away the gammon there. So the risk, I guess the risk after making the ace, he rolls a 2 right away. Still has like an okay board. And then I have to bring that home somehow. Gonna have to take on more risk later. Whereas my play is just no risk. Still some gammon chances. Yeah, well, we'll take a look at the computer analysis after. That's the play I'm curious about. The 4-1. Okay, so I'm up 2 zip. So you got 8 to 5 or split maybe. Ooh, okay, I can run or I can make my awesome 7 points. This looks pretty good. Yeah, or 24 to 22 maybe. I guess. I don't know if this is really a great game plan, but I'm not seeing a good game plan. So let's try this. And then it's 2 on the roof. Got 11 in the zone. And you got a blot in the outfield. I mean, even match score, I'm doubling this in the second. His board is pretty decent, so I don't know. But I am going to send this and see what happens. Yeah, it did not work out so far. Okay, might be okay. Oh, fives and threes hit, fives and three enters. That's nice. This duplication stuff works. Ugh. Bam. Let me try to get this right. Kind of looks like it's going to be 4 shots no matter what I do. Maybe 4 or more. Oh no, this is only 3 shots actually, because 3-3. I guess this is good. Continue to duplicate his 3s. Maybe this. Dance, thank you. Don't see the point in popping out. I don't think it really gains on anything, really. 4-4 might be it. Now 4-4 is kind of bad anyways, though. Yeah, so I just play 13 to 8 here. It's worth the thought, though. You might think it gains on small numbers, but like a lot of those numbers hits, which I'm quite happy to do. Structure looks weird to me with the 4-point naked, only 2 checkers there. So what else? Okay, let's try this. More flexible. Two blot numbers though. 6-6-3. Actually, gammon still count for me. Yeah, there could have been something that ripped a. Maybe there was something better that ripped a bunch of checkers there. Spread things out a little bit. Take 2 checkers off, maybe. There probably was something like that actually. I was not thinking about the gammon. Ooh, shot time, shot time. Well, this is often a decent compromise. An extra 2 shots, but it gets a checker off and it hits for the gammon. It leaves an even number of checkers, which is nice. Gammons are a little less valuable than usual, though. So this wins a little more. The different match scores, I think I would hit and take a guy off. And then there's another play where you play 4-1, 4-3. Hitting but leaving the minimal shots, so that can be good for the gammon too. But in this case, I like taking the checker off because it's good. It's good when you get hit, and it's like does okay. It does okay when missed for the gammon because you're getting to an even number of checkers in your home board. All right, so what's going on here? My take point is 33% approximately. Let's see, I have 7 guys off. So if I had 8 guys off and he had good spares, the game would be about 50-50. So I'm a little bit of an underdog here. But I think I'm in the 40s. So this is still a pretty solid take. Might be low 40s. So he should like make some progress and then cube me because I'm too far from the take pass line. I guess one thing going. One thing in addition to those arguments is my distribution is a little weird. Like I could miss on aces later. I don't think that's a big deal though. I have to do a 7 off. Yeah, if I had 6 off. Then it might be a pass at the score. Big take for money, pass at score. Hack. Set. 2-1. down to rooting for two consecutive 2-1s. Okay, so it's 4-2. So gammons do not, winning a gammon does not help me at the score very much. Okay, it's a good play. Excuse me. I don't know, do I anchor here so I don't get attacked later? It's up on the bar, maybe I shouldn't worry about it too much. And gammons don't hurt me either, obviously. For money I would anchor here, and maybe I should have the score too, but I'm going to actually do this. No, I like any option there. I don't know. Play 13-7, although it looks a little weird to slot with that. So you play 13-8 and then you're slotting with the last checker on the last spare checker on the 8. So I would have played like he did. 10-1, or just do this, hope for the best. Yeah, maybe. All right, what the hell? Maybe get a second anchor at some point. 4. Oh, that's huge. Getting hit can only really help my timing here. All right. And if somehow I get missed, and they can build up a decent front position. Like I guess he's not too keen to hit me, but I don't know if there's really, I don't know if he can really avoid it. Okay, that 2 for sure, because I do want to spring that checker. I mean, he's got an exposed blot. I could try this sort of forward-going plan. No, I don't know. I guess I do like having the spares on different points here. So this, or maybe 11-7, 6-4. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. So I don't want to slow him down at all. It's just mostly playing a back game here. I guess I still have some forward going chances. Like I could escape a guy and build up a little bit of a block. Yeah, now it looks like I'm just playing a back game. Maybe he rolls 5-5 or something. Good. I don't mind dancing here. Maintain the timing for the back game. Yeah, this is a really bad roll. I'd much rather dance here. I'm better than 4-4. 5 or 3 to get out of there. Crap. Why did I say 4-4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Kill some of my sixes. I can still win this. Desperately try to put some of these checkers to use. God damn it, 4-4 again, brutal. I mean, I guess I could have escaped a guy with the 3 last turn. Jesus. 1, 2, 3. I saw I could make the ace point there, but I really want to make it with a 1 or a 3. Or get that guy hits. Okay. Okay, I'd much rather make it with a 1, but maybe this is a case where beggars can't be choosers. Good outfield control. Would have been slightly better if I stayed back a little bit. Yeah, I'm kind of glad to see the hit there. Am I going to win this? Oh. I'm going to win this somehow. Well, I'm so far in the race. Maybe I should just do this. And again, gammons don't help me. Should be safest. Okay. This was a fluky win. Yeah, I don't think he should have hit with that 5, risking 2 guys getting hits. I mean, obviously I rolled tremendously after he hit. But yeah, risking the second guy as long as he just gets 1 guy hit, he's always just sort of threatening to escape and win the game, you know. Get the second guy hit. Then it's a mad scramble where he's not necessarily winning. Even with my awful board. I mean, I guess gammons count for him. There's more incentive to hit there. I win a gammon. Okay, 4-4. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, actually, I think you're supposed to actually hit with the 5 there. Oh, actually, his play duplicates my 6s nicely, so I don't know. What do I know? I would play 6 to 1. 24 to 22 or whatever it was. Okay, he's building up a nice block. Suppose he's keeping the anchor here. Or not. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, should I go for broke here? Or just do this and then not have much of an advantage when he enters? I'm doing fine no matter what he rolls, I guess. And he could dance and then go after him. Go after him for real. He rolls a 5 or a 4 here. I'm not doing well. This feels right to me, but I don't know. I'm gonna try this. It would have worked. It would have worked to hit twice. Partly due to the score. Like Okay, so the other play wins like a lot more gammons. Shoot. I didn't blow that one. Yeah, I think he's just popping out to the 16. Oh no, he's staying back a little bit. I guess that makes sense. Same number of shots. Had me either way. 3. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, we'll take a look at that 4-1. This is bothering me. If his board was any weaker, I would have went after him. If I can slime this one out to 7. Ah. You hit twice, he misses, and you mostly just win. It's not like gin or anything. But it's like a pretty easy ride home when he misses there. Tiny's. Okay. I guess I'll maybe make a 4-point board here. If I hit him somehow. No. Alright, that was a good match though. We can resign with a clean conscience. Oh, well played match. 1.9. Did I download this? Okay, we'll take a look at some of these plays that I weren't sure about. Okay, so he's on the bottom, Peppermint's on the top. We'll just take a look at my errors. Oh, 2-2. I feel like what bothered me about this position, I feel like I saw this. I might have seen this exact position very recently. I mean, the thought process. It was someone else's play. It was playing in a chouette, and I think the box. I was on the outside, and I think the box had this position, and he did something that struck me as weird. I think he made the 20, and I'm like, well, 20's like pretty good, but I think you want your at least your 11 points to put more pressure. You want to have like some blitzy pressure on the back checkers. And then I was also wondering, how does 13-5 compare? Because you have the stronger board and you want to attack and you get a double on the dances. So apparently my thinking is sort of okay there because this is better than making the 20, which doesn't. I mean, the back checkers look awesome, right? But this looks a lot more. This looks a lot more threatening, and the anchor's like okay. It's not like White can easily block these checkers, especially because he's not got no builders. And then you have the dog. Okay, yeah, this is about where I was during the match. Marginal double, very easy take. Go after him. It doesn't work. I hit him because I don't know what else to do. I mean, I don't want to leave him alone and let him attack me, or hit out here or consolidate or something. And I got the stronger board, so I decided to enter with the 5 and then keep my 8 point by hitting him on the 3. Apparently, the computer says go after the better point. Oh, and this duplicates 5s kind of nicely, right? 5s to hit here and 5s to hit here. So here's got 3s and 6s basically on my side of the board. If you make the right play, he basically has 5s and 2s. So similar number of shots. And actually this 5 is kind of hit on the other side of the board too. So computer says it's worth the loss of the 8 point. Oh, the 4-4. Okay, my gut knew what was going on kind of okay here. This is okay. Nothing wrong with this though, apparently also, making the 9. I like the sort of the building power here, you know. You can build a 5 or 6 prime very easily. Oh, this was the 4-1 game where I can win more gammons but lose more games by pointing on them. Okay, here this was fairly clear to me. Best for the win is not to hit them. Best for the win is just to spread everything. Oh, it looks like I did a 6. Somehow it looks like I did I'm doing like a 6-ply analysis, which I don't think I've ever done that before. So you highlight one, you right click, and then you can go to like 6-ply. Just keep going with 6-ply, I guess. Yeah, weird. Okay, so like you could just do this, and it does win the most. But I think the key is seeing that like it's not completely trivial to bring this home. Like you're gonna lose some. You still might have to like go after him later, maybe at a time when his board is better. So this is clearly better for the gammon, right? You put him up on the bar and you're trying to close him out. It does okay for the win too. Like you could argue it's better for the win, right? Because if you get away with it, you have a much easier ride home. You can argue it's better for the win. Turns out it's not. But it's like there's some question. There might be some question about it. So arguably okay for the win. Clearly better for the gammon. It's maybe pretty clear that this is correct. It's one way to think about it. And then the 4-1, you can kind of think about it the other way. Not so the 4-1 coming up. It's a little different, right? Because the safe play it's trivial to bring home. Like you almost never lose that after the safe play here. Right? You do this. How do you lose this? So it's a little different. Even though, okay, this is still clearly best for the gammon, right? So here it's like this is why it's unclear to me. Here's why the previous play was clear to me, and this is very unclear to me. And apparently it's worth the extra gammons to do this. It only loses like a few % more apparently. Yeah, I guess maybe the key is seeing his board is so bad, so it's still a little hard to lose this way. I was also thinking, oh, maybe I can hit him now with a 3, but I don't think I'm willing to hit him with a 6. So it's possible. But it was like, oh, maybe I can hit him with a 3 and then get a gammon that way. I mean, I assume you don't hit with a 6-1 here, even though it is better for the gammon. Let's take a look at 1 or 2 variants, actually, because that I'm a little unclear on. Oh, actually, I did kind of roll a 6-1. Let's say I'm gonna roll a 6-2. So that's yeah, it's not too bad to hit here because it wins more gammons, loses more games, obviously. Yeah. Anyways, let's go back to the actual match. They do eventually close him out. Yeah, I like this play. Safest next turn, anyways, is to maybe go 6-2, 5-3, or 6-4, 5-1, maybe. Probably 6-4, 5-1 wins the most according to the computer. So this is probably the safest structure compared to this. But yeah, if you take a guy off. you do win more gammons. I mean, it's very slight, but this there, and it's sort of more flexible down the line. So you're paying the two blot numbers right away, 6655. But if you don't roll it, if you don't roll one of those two numbers, you got the nice spares on the top point, so it's probably easy to play flexibly later. And here I don't like leaving the two blot numbers, although apparently it's okay. It does win the most gammons to do this. I just like in addition to 6655, you have bad numbers like 664, for instance. That just leaves a ton of blot numbers, which wasn't really the case. You know, this play. Like if you bear a guy off like I did, like 6-4 plays fine. And then I just win, good. Okay, I made one checker play blunder somewhere. Not here. Oh yeah, I was wondering about this. I mean, for money, undoubled money or something, I mean, I'm doubling this in a second. But the fact that I'm up 2-zip, I mean, that's sort of an argument for not doubling gammonish positions where the other guy wins a lot. But here, apparently, it's just strong enough to make it at least close. You might get a pass there, you know, if you double that, especially if you double it confidently. And then I actually lose this somehow on a 4 cube. Oh, 4-4 is wrong. Oh, it leaves the two shots. Well, he has a blot. Yeah, no, this play is findable. So I did what I think most people would do, at least if people weren't thinking about it too deeply. I did this for 0 shots. Structure looks a little weird though, a little bit. Yeah, checker down here. 4 guys here, nothing on the 4. Double 6 is a blot number. So the computer gets a little more flexible doing this play. Double 6, I guess, is still a blot number, but the checker's a little more spread out. So you can get a checker to the 4-point next roll pretty easily. Strip down the 6-point next roll maybe. And his 2 shots, but his board is so weak with the blot that it is sort of worth it. Or this. Yeah, this was a little sloppy. He played that correctly here. And I end up with another chess. I end up with another checker on the 2, which isn't great. Right? So, I mean, I don't know, this doesn't tell the whole story, but like 6-3, for instance. If you make the right play, 6-3 play is like really good. You stack like 2 checkers on the 4, and you're not putting another checker behind the anchor. And you have like a nice spread of builders, and your 4-point isn't stripped. Right, so that's like a benefit of like leaving the 2 shots. Yeah, my play is pretty bad. That was sloppy. 6-5, 4 here. Okay, everything is fairly close. I was actually thinking maybe 6. What about 6-4 and then bearing 2 guys off? That's sort of the play I wish I had made, but maybe I guess it's wrong. Oh no, it is right. It's a good compromise, right? No blot numbers on the next roll, and you get 2 guys off. It's probably right. Everything's very close. So we can take a look at it. All right, nice spread of builders up on the top points. 0 blot numbers. My play strips the 6, which is nice because I get to clear it next turn. But it is 2 blot numbers. My play is like slightly safer, I think. Safest me. Oh, safest. I don't like that. Yeah, safest could be this though, clearing the 6-point for good. Does not win as many gammons though. Oh, and then the 3-1. Oh, it does like leaving the 2 shots here. Yeah, I think I would have found this play for money because it's like a good compromise. So okay, so I bore a guy off and left the minimal number of shots. So that's good for the win because it doesn't. If just thinking about the win, it doesn't matter. If you get missed, it doesn't matter. You're just going to win both ways. If you get hit, you want the other checker off. The computer plays 4-3 and then bears a guy off. So you get the benefit of the checker off, but you're leaving 2 extra shots. You're leaving an extra 5.5% chance of getting hits. You're hitting though, and that's good for the gammon. So yeah, I would have done this if gammons were more valuable. But I was thinking because I'm up 2-zip, maybe I want to play a little bit for the win. And then he does hit me. And then he hasn't closed me out yet. He closes me out. Yeah, I'm right around 40%. Probably be a little higher if you played 2-1 there. This is minutia, but I'm just kind of curious. I remember discussing this with someone, and he said like every checker off is worth like 9% or so. So okay, so if I had 8 off, and he has perfect spares, say, I know that's about 50-50 cubeless. So I was thinking, okay, I have 7 off, so I'm worse than 50-50 cubeless. But I was thinking because someone told me I was about 9%, I was thinking, okay, I'm probably about 41% there. But my ace point is a little thin. So I'm wondering how much that matters. Okay, this is between 40 and 41. So maybe, okay, so what I was saying is like, okay, now I have if I have this position, I have 8 off. I think this is about 50-50 cubeless. I'm a slight favorite. Okay, so that's the difference, I guess. It's a little over 50. You get an extra checker off is worth to the other. I then instead of winning 50 plus, you put one more checker here. You take 50, 50 and a half, and then subtract 9 for the extra checker on the board, and then you end up with 40 plus. It's like 10. Yeah, it's like 10 actually, not 9. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. But we'll just finish this. We'll just finish this up. Although unfortunately, the next game is pretty interesting. So, anyways, that's how I knew I had a pretty big take. Even though my take points are around 33 at the score, and I just lose. Okay, I do not anchor here, although anchoring is fine. Okay, 6-3 does some stuff. I do anchor here. It can be better. The distribution is bad on the home front. Yeah, all right, so I try this because there's nothing else. Now I'm thinking, I might want to get hit again to make another anchor. I do. And you can kind of do anything here, maybe. Okay, it does like hitting here. What about bar 23, 13-7? Is that terrible? It's probably not even that's probably not even better than that's probably not even the best non-hit play. You can play bar 21, 13-9. And just say, oh, if I get hit, I'm just playing a backgammon anyways, and I get the back checker in position to spring, and I guess that's not too bad. It's 0.1 wrong, but I was thinking, okay, so I do this, and then probably I do end up playing some sort of backgammon, but I don't know if he dances or misses or something. Maybe I can build up a block and win going forward. Especially if I hit another guy, and then Here, now I don't have many forward going chances after this awful roll, so I don't know what the computer's going to like. The computer likes keeping some structure, leaving blots everywhere, so when white escapes, he has to hit me, and then I get checker sent back, and I get to maintain my back game timing. In other words, I get to get guys sent back. I get to spring those guys, take a long time to bring them around, and then I get to keep my home board in good shape. So yeah, there's probably all sorts of plays, some of which hit him. So my play's not too bad, I guess. He's forced to hit me pretty much. I thought I roll an awful 4-4. Jesus. Now I try to build up a little bit of a board, but then I roll 4-4 again. Okay, so it doesn't really want to, okay, so the computer makes the ace point here by playing 21 to 1. It's not doing it because it wants to make the ace point with that checker. You definitely want to make the ace point with like some of these checkers, so you can keep that checker alive from making the other points. But it's just thinking it wants to keep the second anchor for another turn and hit more. Like here, I guess, I don't know. Here I'm not hitting as much. Like he rolled a 5-4. If you do the computer's play, and he rolls a 5-4, I guess, I mean, it plays worse, but I guess not tremendously worse. Good. I do roll a nice 6-6, get to put the position together, but like obviously you're making the 5 point. So you're making the 5. You're running one guy 23 to 17, and then you're picking one more. It wants to get the other guy out of there. So we can put that up on the board. I see. So I guess it's just for it's mostly for great outfield control over the next few turns. And I guess you never get hit inside with like a 3-3 or something. So what does my play do? So I did this because I like the coverage of like this area. Because this guy's sort of decently placed. Both those guys are decently placed in the outfield. But I guess I could get a little stuck with the back checker. Or could get attacked maybe with 1-1, 3-3. I don't know if he's really supposed to hit with a 6-3 though. So it's not that many numbers. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely have made the errors like this before, where like the computer does kind of want to vacate from the back, get 3 guys in the outfield so it can kind of spread things out and just kind of control the area. Oh, another thing I kind of liked about this though is if he hits me with an ace, maybe I can anchor again. I guess maybe that's not a big deal though. I don't know. So does he roll a hitting number right away? No, he rolls a dance right away. And then he hits me. I thought incorrectly. No, this is definitely correct. Yeah, risking another guy sent back with gaining big on the misses. Yeah, I probably would have botched this pretty bad. I mean, maybe if I was him, I would have found this, but I was like really inclined just to do this. Just keep one, just get one checker. Get one, never get 2 guys hit, in other words. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the race is just pretty close now. Anyways, this is probably wrong also. Yeah, once again, with this 3-2, the computer wants to get the Backgammon going a little bit. I sort of made the same mistake, maybe for the same reasons. Oh, and I guess because he is happy to hit here with 3s and 1s. That's another argument for not being all the way back. So yeah, so I do not hit here because I want to get the Backgammon out. And I don't want to get hit again. Good. And I do win. Oh, this is the 4-1 game. Okay, yeah. It's not ridiculous to do what I did at the score. But he's just going to enter 3/4 of the time, and then it's tough to come home. So the computer says, look, just bite the bullets. It's tremendous when it works. You can survive when it doesn't. I mean, I knew this wins it. I would have done this for like doubled money, because it just wins more gammons. But I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how it did for the win compared to the safe hit. You know. How about a 6-1? 6-1 is better than hitting, really? Rather than do this and start a little bit of an attack and give them a 1 in 4 chance to dance, the computer wants to do this and not hit. Really? No, I don't get that. I mean, people. I mean, players are gonna. Well, a lot of players are gonna get this right where I didn't, but I don't think a lot of players are choosing 6-1 over 8-4 to 3, are they? Or 8-3 maybe. The 8-3 is worse. Yeah, 6-1 strikes me as weird. Oh, is the point? Maybe the point is this. It keeps like a nice spread of builders over here, as opposed to my play. The builders are still like okay though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really get that. I get why hitting twice is right. I don't get why 6-1 is better than my play. And then I get appropriately punished for my bad play. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off now before my voice completely goes. Yeah, quite a social day over the I'm kind of an introvert, actually, believe it or not, but it's like very social Saturday and Sunday, so I've been talking way more than usual. My voice isn't used to it. All right. Well, anyways, I'm going to sign off. Yeah, I hope you got something out of this, and we'll see you next time.